Hey, good morning. At least that is where I am, in Tuscany, in Italy, in Europe. And I want to talk a little bit about my life because people always say to me, you have such a magical life. Well, I do. But I have created that myself. And I've had to make choices that are you willing to make those choices? Do you dare to make those choices? I don't have a place to stay. So I need to travel or sleep with friends. But that's nice to catch up for a night or two. But you don't want to be in someone's house and invading their space all the time. At least not me. So I am deliberately traveling, which means that I sometimes wake up from the cold at night. I've had a couple of nights here and also last night it was below zero. And I'm not sleeping in campsites anymore because I never get those magical spots here next to a river where I want to be, in the middle of nature. And it saves money, of course, too. And most campsites are not open at this time of the year, December. I travel to the south of Europe because I think it's warmer there. And it is, but it's still not warm. It's 10, 15 degrees when the sun shines. When the sun is not, it's just 1 or 2 degrees because that is the temperature in the shadow or a few degrees more. Now, I'm not waking up from the cold anymore because I bought another blanket. But just so you know that I do lead a magical life and I am not complaining. And the renting out the house does pay for my lifestyle. So you could say I am financially free. But I do want to work. I do want to help and teach people about the water because that is my mission. That is my passion. That is what excites me, and it serves them and it helps them and it serves the planet and the water, so it helps everybody. But I need to find a shower when I want to wash my hair or go in the river, and that's okay, but here's not enough water to wash my hair. Now, I don't need a shower every day. I think that is extremely overrated and it's not good for your skin. It dries out your skin. There's too much chlorine in the water of the shower. Your skin absorbs it, so it comes in your body. I'd rather jump in a lake and shower. But yeah, like I said, I arrived here at the end of the evening. There's not enough water. So I sometimes go to places, touristic places, and there I pay for a shower. When I go to one of the pools that you see my beautiful videos of, one of the thermic hot pools, I go and take a shower there. Right now, my cooler, it doesn't function anymore. So I need to take care of what kind of food do I buy. I do not want to drink cold water because it's not good for my body. But what is my water when I wake up in the morning? It is cold. So I first have to get up to warm the water, or I have to take a sip and warm it up in my mouth. So again, I don't want to complain. I just want to give you some insights in what my life is like and give you the real picture. And I am such an easygoing person. I can adapt, I think, to nearly everything very quickly. So I don't mind, I buy another jacket and it's not cold. I put on a jacket when I sleep and it's not cold. And I can wash myself every day because, I have fresh water every day. I go to fountains, I go to the shop to buy water. I have a container where I put in water, so I can wash. But I wash outside, not inside a house. Now, cold doesn't really bother me that much, but just for you to know that this is what it's like. And are you prepared to do all these things? Are you prepared to sacrifice? And that's not the right word. Are you prepared to give up a lot of the comfort that you have in your daily routine and in your daily life to live a nomad lifestyle the way I do? Because it is magical. I slept in this beautiful place. I wake up in the morning and yes, there is frost on my window, but I have been pretty warm last night. I actually woke up a couple of times that I was so warm. So I'm not waking up from the cold anymore. Yeah. So that's a little insight in my life. But you know, when you make the choices I do, and when you can live with the downsides of it, which are not really downsides to me. I mean, if I sleep in a house, I am too warm. And yes, I was dreading the cold. I was. And when I was in France a couple of weeks ago, or nearly a month ago, actually, time flies. I don't even know what day it is today, because I don't have to. But there, I couldn't bear the cold until I decided to surrender to it. I thought, you know what? I was not enjoying myself. I was driving hours a day to go south, to go south, to go south. I was checking the weather everywhere. Where can I go? Where is the sun? Where it's not cold? Where it's not freezing? And I realized it created stress. And I thought, no, I don't want that. I want to relax. I want to flow. So I let go of being afraid of the cold. And guess what? My body has adapted now. It doesn't worry. It doesn't sense the cold anymore. I think it's 7 degrees. Yes, here. I have my flip-flops, barefoot, no problem. I don't feel it. So it's a lot of it is in the mind. Are you prepared to surrender to a lot of the things that are not true? Really, are you? Because then you can have this magical life. And if not, if you want to do it in a different way, which is staying in resorts, staying in hotels, that is also possible. In a couple of weeks after New Year and Christmas, I'll be heading to probably the Philippines. I haven't decided yet, because there's magical water. And there I will stay. I mean, I'm not driving there, so I will stay in hotels. Or I stay in bed and breakfast, or I stay at homestays. So but do you dare to give up a lot of the things? Do you need to see your children every week? If so, you can't do this. Or can you surrender to the fact that they're old enough and can be on their own and live their own lives, which my kids do. So that's the kind of lifestyle and the insights that I wanted to share today. Bye-bye. I am going to record a video for my new website. I'm very excited about it because it's going to be a magical website. And I'll start here and then I drive back to one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen with water. And I do some shooting there. So I will be working today, but it's a different kind of work.